Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in to another video from Lala Divine. So I just wanted to come on here real quick to talk to you a little bit. I ain't got nothing better else to do, but I've been wanting to really get back into my YouTube channel. A lot of people are like, you need to come back. I was, pregnant, and I didn't feel inspired to do these videos, and now I just got a burst of energy, so much to talk about. So I definitely wanted to get on here and share a couple things with you guys. So thank you for tuning in. If you guys like my videos, you guys can click like, share, and subscribe, please. And let's take our journey. So today we're going to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot. I think a lot of people can relate to this. Um, I watch James Furtrick. I think it's Evolution Church. And the message this weekend was mind-blowing because I think a lot of people tend to forget this message. And it was simply, rejection is God's protection. I can't remember exactly where in the Bible, but it says Jesus was rejected and they received him not. So that really spoke out to me because, a lot of people are going through a time where I feel like the divine is like, it's time for everybody to work on self-reflection, self-love, self-concept, things all about self is really important. Making sure you're taking that time to fill your cup up, because you can't fill nobody's cup up. You can't give into anybody unless you're giving to yourself first. And a lot of times we are overextending ourselves because we are pouring from an empty cup. So me being 34, having my kids and dealing with the relationships that I've dealt with over in my life, I've realized that it's easy to put everybody first. It's easy to forget about yourself and not take the proper care that you need. And I've realized that that is so unhealthy, and it's something that everyone does that we all need to work on. So lately I've been devoting myself to spending at least an hour or two a day on myself, whether it's taking a bubble bath, whether it's meditating, or just going to get my nails done, just something that edifies and uplifts me, that makes me feel good about myself, because then I'm in that energy and I'm able to exert that energy out to others instead of being all in my head, etc., etc. So for those of you that are going through a time where you're feeling rejected, I'm sorry. That's a horrible feeling. It's one of the worst feelings in the world, is to feel rejected, especially by the people that you didn't even think that you would be rejected by. But I'm learning that everything works out in divine timing. God has a funny way of dealing with things. He is a jealous God. You cannot put no one before him. And that's real. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that can attest to that. But you put people before him, he's going to remove them. Period and point blank. And I feel like that is a lot of our testimonies, that we are sitting with ourselves because we are in a position where we put people on the pedestal when God needs to be on the pedestal, and then on down the line. So for those of you that have been rejected, my heart goes out to you guys, because again, that's a kind of a hard place to be, emotionally, physically, and mentally. But again, like I said, rejection is God's protection. So everything is about prospect and how we look at things. So perspective. Yes, that's the word I was trying to say. So there's two ways you could look at it. You could look at it like, I've been rejected, nobody likes me, what is wrong with me, da 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 da, woe is me, boo hoo 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 hoo, that type of thing. Or you could take that rejection and say, you know what, I know that was meant. I know it was divinely purposed. I know that this is going to help me heal. This is going to help me in the long run. So the question is not asking why did this happen to you, but realizing, understanding why it happened for you. Ooh, that'll preach. But yeah. So, a lot of times we could take rejection and make it negative. What are we doing wrong? But a lot of times it's just there's something that has to happen. Sometimes you're in a relationship and one or the other person, they're not strong enough to let the relationship go, knowing that it's toxic, knowing that, you know what I'm saying, you don't need to be together, or not even in that sense, just being around family members or friends. You don't want to give up and say, you know what, nope, I don't want to do this anymore, or I don't want to hang out with this person no more because you bring a lot of negativity in my life. So, we're in our nice state. We don't want to hurt nobody. But sometimes we have to reject people. As much as we are rejected, we also do the rejecting. I've rejected a few people in my day because I just refuse to deal with certain things. I refuse to, put myself in situations. And a lot of people rejected me because there was a time that I was negative and I was this low vibrational person and I was hard to deal with. So I totally understand why I was rejected, because people have to protect their energy. You have to protect your space because people can go crazy and you don't want to go crazy. But at the same time, you want to look at it as though you are being protected. There's always things that's going on underneath that we don't know about. Underneath the, underneath things that's going on that we don't know about. So it's important for us to not overthink things, not try to look into things like a lot of us want. We want God to tell us why. It's good to ask questions. It's good to be in the know. But sometimes you don't know and you're not going to get the answer. You might not get the answer right away. You might not even get it a year later. But eventually you'll understand why you was rejected and why it was for your protection. So the moral of the story is don't look at it in a negative sense. Look at it in a way that you are being protected from something divine, and everything happens for a reason. So um, that's self-explanatory. So yeah, so just know, that you are being divinely guided. Everything's gonna work out. This too shall pass. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. And know, if Jesus was rejected, who are you? We ain't special. We're gonna go through a lot of stuff. We're not exempt just because we pray a lot, we meditate a lot, we go to church, we're good people. That does not exempt us. Things happen in life and we just have to move forward and put our big girl panties on or your bootstraps on, whatever resonates, and keep it moving, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. So again, don't look at it in a negative sense. Look at it as a protection and be grateful about it. I thank God for the people that He's protecting me from. I thank God for, me being rejected from certain jobs, because at the end of the day, the job wasn't going to be for me. I wasn't going to like the job. So that I got rejected, so I didn't even have to waste my time going up in there, So a lot of times it's a good thing, You don't have to always look at it as a negative thing. And if it is in a negative way, just know that it is for a reason. And find out that reason. Take that time to go within. Figure out why this happened. Ask yourself why. Journal. Write things down. Get deep. It's time. So I hope you enjoyed this message. Rejection is for your protection. Yeah, it's deep. But anyway, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and click that button on subscribe, like, and share if you guys really resonated with this message. And just know that we're going to be all right and things will be well. This too shall pass. So you guys have a great night, and namaste.